YouTube was amateur boys that back with another bang in this video. Arnold Barboza challenges Teofimo Lopez. He says, "Put me in Alcatraz." Let's get it. Um, Teofimo Lopez sent a tweet to Turkey. He says, "I'm shaking my crazy head, Turkey Al Sheikh. Nevertheless, I respect your wishes." From one lion to another. That's what Teo said. And then Arnold Barboza said this to Ring Magazine. He says, "Teofimo has his back against the corner. Now people know why he's been ducking me for the past 4 years." He also says, "Now it's time to put up or shut up or vacate." So let's see what he does. I think if you put me and Tio in Alcatraz, I think that's going to be an amazing war. That when I'm coming to war, my manager is getting on it. He's going to Saudi and he's probably going to be talking to Turkey and see what we can do. So that was how Barboza was responding to Tio. And Tio said he's shaking his crazy head to Turkey. Turkey must have offered him. I mean, he must be talking about that Alcatraz fight, because he got a fight set up with Richardson Hitchens, and you know, Barboza said he Tio got his back against the quarter because people see he been ducking Arnold, and Tio has been ducking Arnold. Tio, I think Arnold has been his mandatory for a little while in the WBO, and Teofimo fought a guy with 7 losses. The supposed king of the division is fighting guys with 7 losses. If Devin Haney fought somebody with 3 losses, y'all would criticize him. You feel me? Yeah, but Teofimo going out of his way to fight guys with 7 losses instead of fighting the undefeated Arnold Barboza, who looking and staring at him saying, "Fight me." You feel me? If y'all see on that left side, you see that American flag with the WBO stamp on it, and that he got the WBO belt in his hand, the interim. That means he the mandatory. Teofimo got the real WBO belt. So Arnold Barboza has every right to be calling out Teofimo. You feel me? Teofimo fought Steve Claggett instead of Arnold Barboza. It's kind of weird. And he says time to put up, shut up, or vacate. And I don't think Tio want to vacate, so I think he's gonna have to fight. Because if he does vacate, who has it? I think he's gonna Brian Norman. I think the only other route he got is Brian Norman at welterweight, and he don't want that smoke. But yeah, Arnold is coming off of a huge win over Jack Catterall in a title eliminator that was held yesterday, the 15th, I believe. And Arnold Barboza, he threw more punches. He had more activity. He was more busy. He was away. He was in Jack Catterall's hometown and beat Jack Catterall. So you got to give him the respect. Arnold Barboza, a hell of a boxer. Nothing but respect for him. He beat Jose Ramirez. He beat, who else did he beat? Who was his big wins? He beat Jose. He beat Jack. He got a couple other wins under his resume. But he's a hell of a fighter. He beat Jack Catterall. Jack Catterall beat Josh Taylor. Teofimo beat Josh Taylor. So Teofimo got to fight one of these dudes, bro. He can't keep ducking. That WBO full of talent. Arnold, Jack, Teo. It's a bunch of guys in there. You feel me? And the only thing is, if I'm Arnold Barboza and I can't get the Teo fight, I'm moving up to fight Brian Norman. But because Teofimo right now, he's busy with a mandatory. And if you know anything about boxing, you know that the best way to get away from the mandatory is to fight a unification. Because unification, the only thing that trumps a mandatory is a unification. And if you fight another champion, you can pay your mandatory step aside money. But Teofimo hasn't been unifying. So it's no logical reason why he's ducking Arnold Barboza outside that he's scared to lose. You feel me? But right now, Teofimo got smoke with Richardson Hitchens. They're negotiating for a unification. Tio is the WBO champ. Rich is the IBF. So they unifying. I think their fight is gonna be in Alcatraz prison, which is kind of weird. But Turkey wants it. Turkey on some Mortal Kombat Street Fighter type of stuff. Like when you fight, you could pick the stage. Yeah, Turkey really trying to turn boxing into like a real fighting game. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken. That's what Turkey on. You feel me? And I respect it. The more interesting the fights, the better. The easier they can sell. Ryan and Devin gonna have their fights in Times Square, but it's gonna be free, I think, and it's gonna be like open. So it's gonna be interesting how they do that. So yeah, unification is Trump mandatory. So Arnold Barboza gonna have to wait a little longer. Otherwise, they're gonna have to pay him to do that though. Tio can't fight Richardson Hitchens without paying Arnold Barboza, because if he don't pay him, I believe he can get stripped, something like that. So I respect Arnold, bro. Arnold gave the blueprint of how to beat Jack Catterall. He gave the blueprint of how to beat Jose Ramirez. To beat Jack Catterall, you got to be way more aggressive than him. Jack Catterall's biggest problem is his work rate. He's not aggressive enough. That's his biggest flaw. His aggressiveness, his work rate, his will. He's very skilled. He's very talented, but his will is what get him in trouble. He don't will himself to victory. And then you got Jose Ramirez, who is he straight will, but the skill it's not as high of a level as it could be. And you got to leash him and tame him. And I think Devin Haney gonna leash and tame Jose Ramirez, much like Arnold Barboza did. But yeah, like I'm saying, like even Barboza, he said Teal can't keep ducking me. He been ducking me for the past 4 years. That's what Arnold said, his own words. So, you know, Teofimo can't make no excuses to not fight Arnold Barboza. You fought Steve Claggett. What has Steve Claggett done in the sport of boxing that Arnold Barboza hasn't done? Arnold Barboza beat a guy who was the runner up for Undisputed. He beat Jack Catterall, who beat the Undisputed guy. So, he beat an Undisputed fighter. He beat the guy that beat the Undisputed fighter. No, I say he beat the Undisputed. He beat a lot of guys. He beat a lot of guys. It's kind of complicated, but he beat a lot of guys. He beat the guy who beat the Undisputed champion. And so did Teofimo. Teofimo beat the Undisputed champion. So, boxing is in an interesting space right now. It's in a very interesting space. So, let me know what y'all think, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Till next time.